stuck right now? The year just started and you're probably already giving up on your 2025 New Year's resolutions, as per every year. So, you've come to the right place. My name is Martin HGH, if you didn't know already. And for my new viewers, this is a self-improvement channel. I'll be taking you through the Spurg to Chad transformation in a couple videos, so stick around and like this video if you like this style of content. So just to introduce myself a little bit, my name is Martin and I've been on self-improvement for the last 3 years, and I'll be teaching you all the knowledge I've acquired throughout those 3 years into a couple of videos, so stick around. I used to be a video game addict, eating junk food, having all the social medias, 18-hour screen time, everything you can think of when you think of the words bad habit. So I'll transform you from that to basically where I'm at and where Benny men are at right now. So I'll teach you how to catch up to them and basically get you unstuck from this negative feedback loop that you're always experiencing each year. Setting goals, failing, setting goals, failing, setting goals, failing. And this is usually within the first month or two. I'm pretty sure there's a statistic that says that 90% of people, or around that number, fail their New Year's resolutions before the second month even starts. This is pretty pathetic, not gonna lie, don't you think? Imagine you set a goal, you're so ambitious, you're so motivated, and you give up 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later. Like, come on, what is that? So I'm basically going to teach you how to stay with those goals, how to stay constantly motivated, and how to achieve those goals that you never thought you could. So let me just start off by saying that feeling stuck is really normal, and it's quite common amongst people who set New Year's resolutions, and just in general with people, not even with people that set New Year's resolutions. And I'm gonna tell you right here that it's really easy to get unstuck. It's just that you've probably never tried before, or you gave a somewhat average attempt at trying to get unstuck. So here's a couple ways on how to get unstuck in 2025 and basically dominate this year and make it your year. So let me just start off by saying that slow motion is better than no motion. And what I mean by that is, even if you're making slight progress, maybe you have a weight loss goal and you might be losing maybe 1 kg per month, that is still better than if you never have set that goal or if you never tried. So you do have to realize that slow motion is better than no motion. But let's say you have no motion right now. I'll take you from no motion to slow motion all the way to fast motion. So here are the strategies. Firstly, I want you to analyze your life. Write down each thing you're doing every single day, down to what time you wake up, to what you eat, to how many times you brush your teeth a day, and what time you go to sleep. So let's say I write, wake up 7 a.m. Scroll on bed for 30 minutes. Get up, wash face, brush teeth, scroll on my phone while eating breakfast, wear my clothes, etc. Alright? And once you have everything written down in those 24 hours, I want you to review it and be honest with yourself, and even wait a couple days so you have a fresh mind. Is this life you're living right now optimum for what you want right now, what you want to achieve in life? The answer is probably no. So the solution we have here is to basically rewrite your schedule. I want you to analyze your schedule right now and highlight the things that are not so favorable in terms of mental health, physical health, all of those aspects. So I want you to highlight it, just highlight it. Or you can just circle it, I don't really mind. And after that, I want you to write down why it's not good for you, why it's not so favorable. And as you realize, as you become more mindful of these actions, you'll start reducing them more and more. This is key to improving your life because you're analyzing yourself and your mistakes, and you're acknowledging what you are doing wrong, which is step one. Step one is acknowledging that what you're doing is not good for you. So this will help you build up some momentum towards getting rid of those bad habits and instilling good habits in yourself and your lifestyle. So I want you to ask yourself, what can I fix? So if you go ahead, look at your schedule and it says scroll for 3 hours after school, think really hard. You can fix that, right? Of course you can. I'd like you to basically identify that it's not healthy for you. You don't even have to replace it right now. That's just step one of the process. Just identifying that what you're doing is not good. Step two of this process is called an accountability table / plan. So this is basically building a schedule and following it in exact order. And look, to be honest, people stress too much about this and say, oh, how am I going to achieve all of this? What if I'm busy? What if I have school? What if I have work? It's fine if you have those things. This is just a representation of what a perfect day would be like. This perfect day will ensure success. For example, here is the one that I follow. I just started it right now. And as you can see, it's the 4th day. I've already ticked most of them. And this is the 2nd page. And as you keep watching me, you'll see this getting filled up more and more. And I'm not one for lying. Like, why would I lie about my own progress? I've clearly ticked all of them because I've actually done all of them. So that's step 2. Write down a schedule just like this. Make a bunch of boxes, or you don't even have to make a bunch of boxes. Get like a math exercise book that's already gridded out and just tick. And this will guarantee that you do these activities that will actually benefit you. So I'll be giving you guys some habits to do and a sample schedule that you guys can try out instead of your current schedule that will ensure success and will ensure your growth. And as I previously mentioned about slow motion and no motion, this essentially provides that motion that is required to start moving and to start achieving your goals. So this plan provides a structure to your life, unlike how you are living right now. Because right now you're doing just whatever you want to do because you're used to that. So this will be your new plan, your new guide from now on. And you can constantly improve this guide by refining it and optimizing it and progressively overloading, which means you keep making it harder to incur some growth. Part B of this is setting goals. So you want to set goals, and not just any goals. You want to set ambitious goals, and I'll tell you why. Because I learned this in the book Magic of Thinking Big, and he essentially says that one is required to set unrealistic / ambitious goals. Because let's say I want to read 15 books this year, but instead of writing read 15 books, I'll instead read 30 books. Now I have that sense of urgency. It's sort of scary to the point where you start thinking about it every day. Oh, I have to read 30 books. That means every week I have to read this much. Every week I have to read this many pages, etc. See, now you're obsessed with your goals, which is what you should already be. So what I want you to do is instill that principle into how you set your goals. Let's say you have a YouTube channel just like me, and you want 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Instead, you should half that time, or make a very unrealistic goal by the end of the year. So then you'll keep going, you'll keep going, you keep going. Let's say now you have 1,500 subscribers instead of your 5,000 goal that you put down because of this principle. That's still more than you originally planned, which is amazing. So I want you to start that. Start doing that process. What's something that is realistic, but it's so scary that you'll have to work towards it every single moment of your life. That's what I want you to do. So these habits will help you grow as a man and help you effectively optimize your time. So these habits are what I use every single day, and I've used them for the last 3 years to grow as a man. I went from looking like this to this, and it's not just about looks, but I'm saying it's an outward representation of what the habits can do to you. So you may be wondering, why these specific habits? So firstly, working out has become so popular recently. So I don't really have to describe the benefits of working out. So have you ever noticed that fat or really skinny guys have no confidence? Or they overcompensate with something else, such as humor, or some addiction, such as having an online addiction? This is because they don't have enough confidence in themselves in real life, so they have to compensate with something that is virtual or something else that is not physical. And while this may sound a bit shallow, like, oh, only people care about is physical attributes, that is somewhat true, and still it can be an extremely healthy habit to have regardless of what situation you're in. So I really recommend you start working out. You can watch a bunch of these science-based YouTubers or any sort of YouTuber to help you start a workout routine and start a healthy lifestyle. And I'll be making more videos about working out and no BS workout schedules and diet plans soon. So keep in touch. Journaling is essentially self-discovery. Once you start analyzing yourself, you start learning stuff about yourself that you never even knew. And this may sound weird. You don't know yourself. I'll tell you that right now. Particular tendencies that you have are derived from things that may have happened during your childhood, may happen because of certain events that happen to you. And you may not know that. So journaling helps you discover, helps you plan, helps you schedule, and helps you set up stuff for your success in the future. Helps you fix stuff. It's essentially a planner, it's your friend, it's all of the above. That's why journaling is so essential. Journaling also instills gratitude, because with journaling is gratitude journaling. So I recommend gratitude journaling because it harbors gratitude within oneself. And gratitude is extremely important because it'll improve your overall mood, it'll make you grateful, it'll help you appreciate the smaller things, and it'll make you more mindful. Speaking of mindfulness, meditation. So the reason why you want to meditate is because you'll be more mindful, you'll receive a ton of benefits from it. So you should start out with 3 minutes a day and slowly add on more time as it becomes easier. And I've done a meditation tutorial, so just click my channel and it's the how to breathe properly video. Next is reading. So reading is good for you because it reduces the amount of dopamine that you're consuming and it reduces your screen time. So instead of watching YouTube or Netflix shows, you should instead read books. And reading books allows you to absorb knowledge really quickly and you'll understand a lot. Unlike videos, because videos you'll be constantly watching it and you'll just discard it like it's some random shit. But with books, specifically this book right here, it's called Atomic Habits. It is the best book for a beginner to read because it describes the process and the ability to improve 1% daily every single day for a whole year, which is 37 times better than you originally were. That's why it's so valuable, because it teaches you so many dot points on how to break habits and how to build new ones. So that should be your first book. Go walk to the bookstore or go to your local library and go borrow that book. Don't read ebooks, it's kind of ass, so I recommend you purchase a book. Here are some other books that I recommend. So number 1 is Atomic Habits, number 2 is Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, and number 3 is Your Brain on Porn. These 3 books will ensure your success in the future and set you up for life. Each one is focused upon different aspects of self-improvement, so I think you'll really benefit from that. After you finish this video, I want you to go outside with your wallet and with your keys and walk to the store. Once you've done that, I want you to purchase an A5 journal. Now I want you to come back home and write down these dot points. Write your vision for yourself in 2025. What do you want to become at the end of 2025? What do you want it to be? What do you want 2025 to be to you? Next dot point is, what kind of man do you want to become? What are the values? What are the attributes? What does he look like? What does he dress like? What does he act like? That is your ideal man. That's what you should aim to become. This imaginary character will help you because it's a guideline for what you should be like in the future. It's what you value specifically. So that's why it's so important to do this exercise. Next, I want you to journal 3 goals that you have for the end of this year. 1 for physical, 1 for mental, 1 for spiritual. And spiritual doesn't even have to be religious if you're not religious. It could be about meditation, it could be about mindfulness, it could be about purpose. Spirituality doesn't mean just religion. It encompasses a lot of concepts. I want you to be obsessed with these 3 goals. When you're eating breakfast, I want you to look at these 3 goals, read them, imagine how you're going to achieve them. Write down instructions on how you're going to achieve them. Plan towards them. How are you going to achieve it? Think about them constantly. While you're in school, just open up your book, read a little, close it up. While you're eating breakfast, do that. While you have some free time, read it. I want you to be obsessed with these goals. I want you to copy the schedule that I provided right here, and I want you to do your goals. When you do that, come back and watch my future videos. And to end off this video, I wanted to thank you for watching this video. And if you like these topics that I'm talking about, I have a guide that is completely for free. No money has to be paid at all. It is 17,000 words. It has a bunch of guidelines. It's essentially the blueprint for self-improvement. I want you to go ahead, download that, and read it religiously. I wish I had this tool when I was starting self-improvement. This is 3 years plus of self-improvement knowledge. So I really want you to use it because the first 25 people get it for free and then it's permanently locked behind a paywall. So please use it wisely. Thanks.